A journey to Shiraz. Last spring, I traveled to Shiraz, a beautiful city in the south of Iran. I had heard many stories about its gardens, poetry, and kind people, but I wanted to see everything with my own eyes. On my first morning, I visited the Nasirul Mulk Mosque. The sunlight passed through the colorful windows and painted the walls with red, blue, and yellow lights. As I stood there quietly, I felt a deep sense of peace. It was more than just a mosque. It was a place where light and silence spoke together. Later that day, I walked through the lovely Aram garden. The tall trees, the sound of water, and the smell of flowers made me slow down. I realized that in my busy life, I rarely stopped to enjoy simple beauty. In the evening, I visited the tomb of the famous Persian poet Hafiz. Many people were there reading his poems softly. An old man smiled at me and said, "In Shiraz, we don't just read poetry, we live it." His words stayed in my mind. The next day, I visited Sadi's tomb. The peaceful atmosphere touched my heart as soon as I entered. The sound of water flowing through the blue tiled pool created a gentle music in the air. I read some of Sadi's famous lines about kindness and humanity, and I realized how timeless his wisdom is. Standing there, I understood that true greatness comes from serving others with compassion and honesty. Later, I walked to the beautiful Jahannama garden. Tall cypress trees stood proudly along the pathways, and the fresh spring air filled my lungs. I sat on a bench and watched families laughing and children running freely. In that quiet moment, I felt grateful for the simple joys of life. Shiraz was teaching me step by step that happiness often grows in peaceful places and thoughtful hearts. When I left Shiraz a few days later, I carried more than photos and gifts. I carried lessons about beauty, patience, poetry, and kindness. That journey taught me something important. Travel is not only about seeing new places, it is about seeing the world and yourself in a new way.